Do you want to know why some buyers score deals in January and others completely freeze out? Let's break it down in today's video. We're Chad and Aalia Sky, your Kenosha area realtors. We help buyers and sellers just like you every single week. And if you're looking for a buyer's guide to help you with your buying process, make sure that you visit chadscottrealty.com and request one. All right, so tip number one, the Kenosha market doesn't completely freeze during the wintertime. It just kind of slows down. So the wintertime, it brings less competition both from sellers and from buyers. So what's that mean for you as a buyer? Well, it means that there's fewer listings, but there's also fewer competition from other buyers. So that means that that house that you absolutely love, well, there's probably not 20 other buyers that also love it. There may only be one or two other buyers, or maybe no other buyers that also love it. So there's a lot less competition for you. Instead of Kenosha's market being at 100, at a level 100, it's only at like a level 74 or 76 out of 100. Our market just kind of is at a similar level instead of like a red hot level like it has been for the last couple of years now.
In 2024, we see that over 50% of the Kenosha homes actually sold above list price. So even in the colder months, they are still selling and at a decent rate. So tip number two, you can always negotiate for better deals. So in the winter, that obviously it comes with fewer buyers, so you have an upper hand in regards to having what you want for the house, whether it's pricing, closing costs, or even repairs. So there are a lot of room for negotiation in those aspects. A home sitting on the market for 30 plus days often actually means sellers are ready to deal. So for a smart buyer, make sure you look out for those days on markets.
And you want to make sure that you read the room. You want to understand the motivation and timing and the price drops. So if you see a house that's had a price drop, maybe 2 price drops, maybe even 3 price drops, you want to understand the motivation of that seller. Obviously, if that seller keeps dropping the price, they have a strong motivation to sell that house. So that could create a really strong opportunity for you as a buyer. If you really like that house, go in there with a decent offer, maybe an offer that you feel is fair, even if it's under asking price, and just start that conversation with the seller. You know, the worst the seller can do is say no to your offer, and you're no worse off.
So don't confuse deal with steal. So underpricing inspections or skipping contingencies can actually backfire. So just be careful.
So by the way, on our website, chadscottrealty.com, we actually have a really great guide for you about how to buy a house for under asking price. Just go to our website and request it there.
All right, our next tip is in regards to inspection. We always encourage our buyers to do an inspection no matter what time of the year. However, winter is key to getting those inspections done because of the fact that winter actually exposes a lot of things that are wrong with that house. Frozen pipes, poor insulation, drafty windows, and also furnace issues. How well the furnace kind of keeps up with heating the house. That is definitely a key thing. So make sure you budget for an HVAC, roof, and plumbing inspections that can go deeper and give you more information about that property that you're about to put in a lot of money on.
And make sure that when you're buying a house in the winter that you ask for pictures of the roof and the yard from the summertime. Because if you're buying a house and the roof happens to be snow covered, the inspector can't inspect a roof that's snow covered. So ask for pictures of the roof that were taken like this past summer or fall when the roof wasn't snow covered from the seller. See if the seller has those pictures for you and can provide them for you.
Or if a seller was actually pretty on it about maintaining their house, they usually will have logs of the maintenance and when everything was fixed. So always request that if that is the case.
So one question that we get asked a lot from our buyers is, should I waive the inspection? This is a controversial point. So waiving the inspection is totally up to you as a buyer. It is a strategy that'll help get your offer accepted, most definitely. However, if you happen to move into that house and then your furnace all of a sudden quits, that's a $8,000 to $10,000 fix that you get to pay out of your own pocket. And that inspection could potentially cut that furnace that's going to quit on you in the next couple weeks. So just keep that in mind if you decide to waive a home inspection.
All right, our next tip is regarding the interest rates and the timing that can play into your advantage. So the winter months that we see, sometimes actually we see a small rate drop, or we also see sometimes lenders will offer incentives to encourage buyers to purchase houses during this low time of the year. So just by the way, rates can fluctuate. So the real savings actually come with a lower competition and flexible sellers. So don't really count on the rates for your leg up on your negotiations or purchase price kind of thing, but always rely on the lower competition and having a good amendable seller.
If you're one of those buyers that are trying to time the market, waiting for the perfect time to buy the house, there's no real great time to buy a house. There's no time in the market. The market's always fluctuating. There's always ups and downs in the market. It's really just going to cost you more in missed equity and rising prices, because homes are always going up in price. Mm-hmm. So if you can afford the house and the time is right for you to buy the house right now, then just jump in the market and buy the house if you can afford it and the time is right for you right now.
So buy the house, not the headline.
So if you plan on buying a house sometime this winter, make sure that you get pre-approved and have all your ducks in a row. Because sellers that are selling during the winter are definitely serious sellers. Because who wants to move during the winter time? So these sellers that are selling are definitely usually priced right and are serious sellers.
Make sure your wish list and priorities are set. There's less inventory, so being decisive actually matters. Regarding to your wish list, make sure it's dialed in and make sure you are flexible in giving and taking, because not every house has everything that you will want, even new construction.
Exactly. And make sure that you're working with local agents. That's, Aalia and I, by the way, who understands how winter affects negotiations and access. And we can definitely get you the best deal here in the wintertime.
And knowing the timing for purchasing the house here in Kenosha as well. So winter, we see that buyers actually find their great homes here in Kenosha faster with less competition. So especially when they are fully prepared, and make sure you get that pre-approval and your wish list dialed in. Buying a home this winter doesn't have to be stressful. It just takes the right strategy, the right agents. So we help buyers here in Kenosha and Pleasant Prairie every week to find their perfect home in the winter the pitfalls of the winter.
Mm-hmm. So if you're ready to make that move and buy your first home or second home or fifth home, whatever it may be, make sure that you give us a call or shoot us a text at 262-331-1621 or visit our website, chatscottrealty.com, and schedule a consultation. We're ready to help you anytime that you're ready. We hope that you have a fantastic rest of the day, and we'll see you in the next video.